I'm Jamie, and I think my best idea is probably, an exchange between a man and, well, it could be any gender really, and a man going for a job interview and being very nervous about it, and you could have him walking through the door of a match on action, and then the actual dialogue you could have, shot reverse shot, use a different 180-degree rule in there, and yeah, I think it could be good. Balls?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
it does sound good. How are you going to use the 180 degree rule? Are you going to use it effectively?
I like to think so. I don't want to break that because I don't want to cause confusion. But yeah.
No, that's good.
And what are your ideas?
Well, my name's Joe.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Joe.
Yeah,
Carson,
it's
by the way.
yeah, I'm Joe. I've got two pretty decent ideas. The first one, a late night tube, sort of 1 in the morning. Two strangers meet at a late hour and discuss their reasoning for being on the train so late.
That
Then
sounds
you
good.
can reveal different
That would be
things. Shot above
interesting.
shot.
Yeah.
One thing I might think that would be difficult, match in action.
Where
I thought maybe it's like pushing the button to open the door. However, then I've only really got one chance, do I? Because the train's going to go away.
Exactly. you don't want
Another idea was a bit different. It's got a sort of dark comedy to it. A Jehovah's Witness comes to the door of a man living by himself. To his surprise, he is invited inside only to discover the man worships the devil and is wanted for many
Satanist.
murders around the country.
Right.
So a sort of comedy aspect.
yeah, that would be funny.
Yeah.
That would
Very
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah, good.
Anyone
And what
else?
kind of
Match
actors would you get for that?
Ooh,
Adults or would you get your?
no idea. Yeah, maybe sort of adolescents.
And for that, how are you going to use match in action? Do you have any ideas?
Opening the door.
Yeah.
Simple.
Him coming in.
Yeah,
Sitting down.
Yeah, no, keep
Straight
it
to
simple.
the point.
I'm
Maybe
all
make
for
him a
that.
tea as well.
Yeah,
that's
make
much
it-
an action on that. How about you, Susanna?
Well, I think my best idea is to have a group of friends get lost in a forest while on a walk, and then they need to find a way out. And I'll probably use match and action whilst they walk through the forest and have shot reverse shots. They start arguing, and yeah.
Yeah, because
Interesting point.
filming in a forest.
Yeah.
Do you have any place in mind where you
Maybe
could film?
Richmond Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's really, really lovely to watch.
Yeah. Not many people there, so we'll get.
Yeah, good. So, you got any fresh ideas for the group? Yeah.
Yeah. I have an idea which I think could be good, which is, well, it's a boy who's quite depressed and he's thinking of killing himself and jumping off a building. But
Wow.
all of a sudden his brother
Is it a
sees
comedy?
him. It's
Sounds it.
I was thinking for my idea that I would do a depressed man who walks into a bar and he talks to the bartender about his sorrows, about how he's lost his job, he's lost his wife, and his children being taken with his wife. So he talks to the bartender, but then the bartender tells an amazing story about how his life has, been.
Perspective.
How it's
What
been
sort of thing would you do
terrible.
the match on action?
For that, I was thinking a
Serving
drink.
drinks,
Yeah, I was
Easy.
thinking.
Cocktails or whatever.
Yeah, it would be quite an easy one that.
Where would you film that?
Well, in my house there's a small bar
Oh,
area.
really?
Which
That sounds
could
perfect.
be used, yeah. That'd be quite nice.
Nice.
Do you have any other ideas that you think would be good?
Going back to me,
Yeah.
okay, having a look here, I've got maybe a guy has a crush on a girl. It could be in just in the street. He sees the girl, finally he's weighed up the courage to go and talk to her, ask her out, and gets turned down. So
Heavy.
Crushing.
yeah, so a kind of awkward situation. You'd have to have a good actor.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but
Tools.
actors, yeah.
Mm.
But it's good because you can do it. This location isn't a massive issue on that. So yeah.
Ooh, if I could just pitch in. I had one idea which might very difficult to do. It'd be very difficult to pull off. But I had someone comes home at night to find someone in his house. This person is him from the future. Discusses everything that went wrong in his life and how the past him needs to correct it.
Out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult to do because you'd have to film the same scene twice, different dress, different style, different personality. Yeah, I think it can be done with a good deal of effort.
Anything is possible.
Anything's possible in the
That
media
sounds good.
world. Anything is possible.
That sounds really good.
Everything is possible.
Give your all, get everything back.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. And what about you, Suzanne? Any more ideas?
I was also thinking maybe I could film a girl who's walking the dog and then get stalked throughout a park.
Wow, some dark ideas
Yeah.
here.
I have a very
That's
similar
quite-
one.
maybe that's an issue that does
Yeah.
come up.
Contemporary issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Very much.
Media's
That'd be
contemporary.
good, yeah,
That's all you need.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking my other idea was two children playing in the woods or in like a forest area, and it's quite innocent at first. When all of a sudden, quite a shifty-looking man comes up to them, asking for directions, but who knows what that could lead to? You know?
I've got a question about that. How are you going to do the casting for that? Are you going to have an adult playing the shifty
Yeah.
man and children playing the children, or are you going to
I was actually thinking exactly that. Yeah, I was thinking some us maybe, someone from this class could.
Maybe a younger looking.
I was thinking, but the acting quality needs to be high,
Yeah,
especially for the children.
yeah, for it to be a serious, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I don't want to make it a joke.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, you wouldn't.
Especially on such a serious topic. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe, any ideas?
Oh, I had one about two people walk outside and find a £50 note on the street, and they both argue over what they're going to do with this 50. Why each of them should have this £50 note. It's sort of a comedy, like, you know, it gets a bit farcical by the end. You know, like, oh, well, I'm going to spend this on, going to give it to charity. No, you're not. Just going to go to the pub and stuff like that. So it'll be quite funny like that. Yeah. That all? Are you all?
I had one more.
Yeah.
Maybe a man is walking down the street and then he sees a homeless person asking for change. Checks his pockets. He's a very nice man, generous. He doesn't have any change on him. So after a dialogue with the quick exchange with the homeless man, he just decides to give him whatever he's got, starting with his shoes. And it becomes a bit of a comedy where the homeless guy actually is taking advantage of him, and eventually ends up giving him pretty much everything he has. So
One thing is, if this is on the street, don't really.
well, you know, I could find it.
in front of
Not necessarily
everyone.
stripping.
Well,
just
maybe if
maybe
it's a
whatever's in his
comedy,
pockets.
I mean,
You
you
know,
never know what
the
can
shoes.
happen.
Arrest though.
We need
that.
good actors though. We need good actors.
Where are you thinking of filming that?
Maybe on my road.
Is your road quite
Well,
wide?
I
won't
it's
name
very-
It is hopefully secluded, yeah.
No, but
Reveal where you live.
no, we wouldn't know.
How would you have someone seem like they're homeless?
Oh, you know, rough them up a bit.
Easy.
Give 'em a
It's
wig.
easy enough.
Yeah.
Just put a bit of dirt
One
on the
shoe.
face.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's stereotypes.
Well, you know, we want
Well,
We
it's-
don't wanna-
we
we
don't
wanna
make it
dabble in
realistic.
we
Yeah,
want the
but
audience to know what I'm trying. We don't want someone who's there in a suit and with a, you know.
So you want to make it realistic,
back
but you
on
don't
back.
want to, you know.
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah,
a
we're
line.
going
There's a
for-
There is a
Exactly,
line.
no,
You don't want to
exactly.
cross the line.
Exactly,
We're just
no,
students.
true.
Just students.
But you know, I think that's it. That's it for us. Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
Thank you for talking.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks.